Sorry about that. Hi everybody. So yeah, this is my first time basically doing a tutorial video, so bear with me. I'm new to this. Sorry if you could barely hear me certain times because like I have to get a new mic and stuff and all that. But yeah, I digress. So yeah, basically right now I'm just laying the base colors on it. Well, first what I did was draw, but I forgot to kind of record that process for you guys. Sorry about that. So, but basically right now I'm basically just laying the base colors because from what I've learned is to first put the base colors, then put the shadows. Cause then if you don't, or like put the shadows, then put the base colors, it really honestly depends on you. If you want to put the shadows first, then the base colors, it's really up to you. And then yeah, basically I just put the base colors for the hair as well. Just like try to make sure I know what pattern I wanted underneath for the hair. I chose blue because I'm like, I wanted this character to at least be different. Like I wanted her to kind of be like basically just like blue. I was gonna put blonde, but like I'm like, blonde. I feel like every other character I have like has blonde. Especially when like two of my characters have a little bit of blonde in their hair, so yeah. But yeah. So yeah. I put blue. A lot of blue. Well, this color blue actually is like a light blue. I use shoulder markers, so it's like a light blue, but a certain shade of light blue. Sorry about the ears. I did not mean to make a mistake on the ears. I was just trying to like blend it, and yeah, my kind of Sorry the audio cut off, but like yeah, I was basically just trying to like blend it enough that's like it's not gonna look like smudged. I know certain parts look smudged because I was trying to like also trace it in. So sorry about that. I'll work on that next time with my next drawing, which should be coming soon. I just gotta figure out what else I want to do now in terms of drawing. But yeah. So yeah, I will try to see also I can have like a lot of videos for you guys coming up in terms of drawing wise. Let me know if you guys like this one. I personally like this one. I have other one I should have done a video on that I actually like too. But yeah. But yeah, do you guys want like also leave in the comments if you want to see like tutorial videos on like not tutorial videos, but like what's the thing? The speed videos where you basically just time lapse. Sorry, time lapse videos. If you want to see that and like digital art versions of that, because I have something that I'm working on for you guys, so stay tuned. But yeah, so basically I put blue, and then I add like a kind of aquamarine type of color. I want to say it's like an aquamarine, but like a dark aquamarine. And then I add another lighter aquamarine slash blue slash kind of green to like put the highlights in a sense. I have to get better at the highlights, but don't mind it. Yeah. So basically, I was just trying to put highlights on her hair, and so I put like an aquamarine dark for like the little slashes of like the bangs, and then I put on like in the middle a lighter one, and then I put also highlights for her tips of her hair, which that was like a lime green. And then I started drawing, which you can see right here. I started trying to put like a base color for her lips. So yeah. Well, I was trying to make a base color for her lips. I'll work better on that next time. I'm so sorry. Don't like with this process with the lips. Ignore it because I tried my best. I'm sorry. But yeah. So I put like a kind of brownish, reddish basically color. It's more like a glittery color of the red slash blue. And I placed it basically on her lips and basically on her bottom neck. Then also I started putting it by her eyelids and her nose, which you can see on this part of the slide. Which, sorry, I kind of sped up a little bit for you guys. I'm sorry. And then basically I add blue again for the back part of her hair, which you can see is like the corners next to the fingers. And also, I also added, because I wanted her like skin tone also to be different too. I basically added a purple, like a violet purple, but a barely, wow, sorry, sorry guys, very light violet purple to her fingers for the back pieces of her fingers, basically at the back, like the palm, like the back palm of her hand. And then I added pink. Well, since you see the pink for her skin, I had pink for her like inside of her fingers. And then I started adding like the little kind of, marker tips pieces, like the sorry, the black kind of parts to differentiate her, like, her movements in her hands. And then yeah, I basically just add more blue, light blue, and I just started adding just like blue parts of her hair, so I can like start basically trying to add the other colors, the aquamarine dark blue and aquamarine color. And yeah, wow, I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know why I'm starting so much, but yeah, I tried to basically make sure no corners, which you can still kind of low-key see most of the corners are shown. No corners were left kind of open, so that the drawing could look better than just leaving like corners of the hair like still open. And yeah, just kept on adding blue. Yep, just kept on adding blue. Sorry. I did not mean to film this so long for you guys. I'm so sorry. I just want to make sure I showed every little nook and cranny of like the process, just so in case you guys want to know how I did this, which you could also see on my Insta, which I'll leave in the bio. I basically showed the done process of it, but like, yeah, this basically I just wanted to show the process of how I do my pastel or marker art, basically. So yeah. And yeah, I tried to like basically in this part like make sure the corners were done. Then I add the aquamarine light blue to this part of the hair. And just kept on just blending it in, basically, so it doesn't like leave any like little empty spaces. Although most empty spaces are still kind of low-key left, I'm sorry. And yeah, just kept on adding the aquamarine blue. And basically with shadow mark art, like markers, it basically just like blends. Like if you stop like coloring a certain time, it just blends on its own. So yeah. So yeah, I just add aquamarine to the bottom parts of her hair, on the sides, and then added to the very top of her hair to show her back piece of her hair basically. And yeah, just kept on coloring. Just kept on drawing for you guys. Making sure every little nook and cranny of the drawing is actually finished and creased. Yep. Then I also tried to add the texture, try to color it straight to her roots so you can see like where her roots start and where like it finishes basically too. So yeah. That's what you see basically right here in this part of the image. And then yeah, then right here I just started to add the glittery, I'm assuming glittery aquamarine blue, because with shell art markers, it doesn't really show any particular like type of color. It just shows like basically the number for it, basically the brand. Well, not brand, but like number of which one I'm using for the marker. And also I added basically black marker strokes on like the where her eyelashes are at, her nose, just to show like where her nose kind of stops at. Her eyebrows also added a little bit like of the aquamarine, the blue, and basically like the brown too as well, so you can see where her eyebrows is at basically. And also for the fingernail, well, not fingernail, the fingernails actually. I'm sorry, the fingernails I added basically yellow. I was gonna add something else, but I just said yellow. It just makes more sense because of like how the color looks kind of poppy looking. So I mean, I said why not. So yeah, and yeah, I just kept on adding. Well, now I kept on adding the glittery aquamarine blue for her highlights, and yeah. I basically was trying to make sure like it looks good. And then yeah, kept on, and then I add the highlights of the lime green to the tips of her hair on the bottom. And yeah. Then eventually, right after this, I started adding the black part, like the black marker strokes to show where her hair basically stops and lands at. Yeah, but yeah, mostly right now it's the aquamarine. I mean, not aquamarine, sorry, lime green. I added, and so basically right here, I basically just tried to like start to kind of add like the lime green on top of like the tips of her hair, basically just to show like where the roots start and like end. And yeah, and to show where like she basically, because her hair basically is supposed to be dyed, like at the very tips of it, it's supposed to be dyed lime green, but her actual hair type is like an aquamarine blue/blue. So yeah, so yeah, I kept on adding the highlights in the back of her hair, on the side of it. So yeah, and then also now here right, also right here right now. I'm sorry, I basically just added yellow. So I was trying to figure out what color I should put for like the sweater, but I wasn't sure exactly what. So I said, why not yellow? Like the fingernails, you know? Let her match with her fingernail cute like cuticles, you know? So yeah. So basically, yeah, I put yellow. Make sure it's blended. Just kept on. And also one thing you should also try when blending with markers, coloring pencils, pastels, or like paint, make sure it's always blended fully, or else when you want to blend something else on it, it's not going to be blended properly. And also for like the fingers, I forgot to mention, I basically added pink, light pink on the fingers, just show like where like the fingerprints are at, basically in a sense, and where like the shadows are at in the fingers. So yeah. So yeah, basically I just added the yellow, kept on blending the yellow. Also for blending, make sure you do like a circular motion, because the circular motion actually helps the blending not look scratchy. Because you know how like when you see blending for like drawings, it looks kind of scratchy, like somebody just basically like went up and down with the like marker or something or coloring pencil. Basically try to do circles so like basically it looks more kind of, you know, blended. But yeah, also for like certain shadows, I added like lighter yellow, like a not. It's basically right here. I added like kind of pastelish yellow, basically, to add like the shadows to the sweater. And then I kept on blending. Yep, kept on blending. Trying to make sure not to like miss out where like I'm gonna add the drawing markers at. And yeah, kept on blending. And also, I forgot to mention, I also like, I made sure like to re-marker all the stuff just to make sure it looks more neat in terms of drawing it. So yeah, and yeah, kept on blending. And then now here, I basically just tried to add like I added brown, and I tried to blend the brown with the yellow or pastel yellow. So basically, it could look like it has like a shadow of like the collar, what type of fabric, basically on this like the sweater, basically, and like the curves of the sweater, basically in the sense. And I just kept on making sure I blended it in fully, so it could look like basically curves inside the sweater. And just kept on blending. You gotta keep on blending. Like Dory said, keep on swimming. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Just keep blending, blending, blending. What do you do when you need something looking nice on your drawing? Just keep blending, blending, blending. Blend the colors so they look nice. Blend, 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 blend. Sorry, guys. I had to make a song to kind of, like, you know, just to remind y'all, blend in the colors, do a circular motion with the colors, and boom. It might not look like this, but eventually with practice, it'll look kind of, you know. And let me know if you guys also want me to do like a painting tutorial in the comments, like a painting tutorial of like how I like do my paintings as well. Which with that I can more show you better in a sense. So yeah. Okay, so right here, basically what I did was I basically just added yellow. Don't ignore them. Don't like try to pour with the yellow. Why I made a mistake at. I didn't mean to like run over the yellow with that, but yeah, basically I just added yellow so it could look less, just like a messy strokes that I did. Basically, just so it could blend cleaner. But yeah, you don't have to like physically. Sorry, excuse me. Physically, like focus on adding the yellow. Just try to see if like you could like make it look basically like what texture is at for the like sweater and like the curves and folds and all that. And yeah, I just add that and then add more of the pastel yellow just so it doesn't look untidy or unneat. I'm sorry, and just kept on blending. Yep. And I try not to like basically mess up the red. Well, sorry, the brownish red that I use to basically add the little sleeve patches in between. So yeah. And then I just kept on blending. But don't blend too much though, because when you blend too much, also, it doesn't really translate well, and then you make the person who looks at your art, which art is basically like have you deceive it, but like the people who look at your art, they will just be confused on like what exactly the image was supposed to be about. And then basically right here I just added like the red and blue just for the eyes and a white highlight. But yeah, this is the finishing product. There y'all go.